Hey, Nin. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Hey, Soray, thank you for 77 months. Yeah, I really got the itch to try dual booting over and trying Linux out for gaming and streaming. So we're testing both at once. Both the gaming PC and the stream PC are on Ubuntu 24.10. Oh, you know what? I didn't install it, I bet. Yep. Yeah, so far so good. One thing I'm not sure about is the frame rate of the capture. The major issue that I was working on sorting out initially was just getting 4K at 120 hertz on my desktop on the gaming PC, because that was basically going to inhibit everything. But we've got that going on Xorg, not Wayland. And then I think there might be a similar problem existing for the capture card on Linux. So in both directions, basically, I had a big issue with it on the capture card's pass through. That was limiting me to 30 hertz because of color spaces. And then now, I think the capture might have a similar issue where when I set it up in OBS, I can set the color spaces, but it will not let me set it to 60 frames per second when I have a 4K resolution selected, which is weird because it is supported. But there isn't an official Linux driver for the capture card, so I don't know who's providing it or where it came from or why it's working at all. But I figured we'd run through some stuff live here and just kind of get a baseline, like, how is it? How does it sound? How does it look? How are things? It does, yeah. It's specifically when I set the resolution to 4K. So let me look at the settings available here. This might cause things to screw up too, because it seems like it's a little bit delicate. um, Okay, so that has caused an issue. Okay, now we're back. Yeah, so I've selected YUV 420, resolution 3840 by 2160, and then when I go to the frame rate options, I only have 30 and 29.97 to choose from, which is incorrect for the EDID of this card, this capture card. At 420, it supports 60 frames per second capture. Might even support it higher than that because it's just 60 frames per second or 60 hertz. But the option is not there. Well, the stream will be 1080p 60, yes. But see, and this is another thing. I wish that there was some way I could see what the frame rate of the capture card's capture stream is. I can only see the frame rate of the entire stream, which is not helpful when I'm trying to debug a capture card. And when I try to look that up, I only keep finding info about like the frame rate for the entire stream, blah, blah, blah. Exactly, yeah. Well, it's a totally separate issue, right? The capture card could be capturing at like 10 frames per second. I can still be outputting 60. So I wish that I knew. And I think the only way to know is to do a stream here and then eyeball it. And I think it'll be pretty easy to tell. Pretty big difference between 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. So why don't we run through some stuff? I installed a couple of games here that have just built-in benchmarks, so I figured we'd do those. See how those look, how they look and sound. Let me know. Hopefully I sound okay. I have not, I see my mic is working, but I have not done a recording or anything like that. Your current Linux distribution or version does not meet this game's system requirements. You may be able to play the game, but are likely to experience performance or stability issues. Blah, blah, blah. Why am I even seeing this? Wait, this was already disabled. Why did it show me this? Hold on. It doesn't give me startup options. Well, whatever. But yeah, I have to say, apart from my very specific issue that I realize is specific to me, I've been really amazed at how good it all is. I think we're all set. Let's run it. How are we sounding? I have the game capture audio turned down a bit.
Estaré aquí toda la noche. ¡Hey! ¡Cuidado, niños!
From the capture card, yeah, Geek. It would be nice to have some way to actually see what the genuine actual frame rate of the capture stream is. The from the card itself, not the stream that I'm outputting to the thing. Yeah, that's again no. That is the frame rate of the output stream, which is not what I'm looking for. This is why it's so hard to find. It's like confusing to even explain what you're asking for. Looks like 30 frames per second to you. Yeah. I was afraid of that. That's going to be another barrier to me actually doing full Linux streaming. But I am now in a position where I can at least I can start doing some gaming from Linux. Hopefully, Steam will help to get more people into the Linux space, which will give more incentive for capture card makers to actually support them with drivers and stuff like that. I mean, it's not purely stick it to the man, but that's a big part of it. Yeah, I think the thing that has really been on my mind is how infectious all of the LLM bullshit has been. I especially don't like how, like Windows, for example, going forward is now also going to be heavily, LLM integrated with all this bullshit. And on Linux, I don't have to be subjected to that just to do what I want to do. And the thing is the same reason as ever is like the reason I haven't gone to Linux sooner. It's not because I hate Linux or anything like that. This seems pretty good, by the way. This seems nice. It was nice and smooth. Looked really good. It's just that there were a lot of barriers to being able to do so, you know? Like, it wasn't that long ago that gaming was a shit show, and when, I'm a streamer who plays games every single day, that's a pretty big deal breaker to switching over, right? And sort of, I guess Linux makes it fun. It can be fun sometimes. I would not necessarily describe the journey I've been on over the past few days just to try to get the display output that I know my hardware supports to work as fun. I don't know if I describe that as fun. No, I'm on a Ryzen something. Ryzen, it's in, hold on. Ryzen 8 core, Ryzen 7, 5800X3D. It would only use your E cores, huh? Yeah. Seems like it's fine on single PC setup. What do you mean? Oh, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I suppose so. If you have a powerful enough machine, yeah, you could probably do it all single PC and avoid the capture card problem altogether. Yeah, so I mean, Linux is all edge cases, right? that's that's the Linux experience, is that it's all edge cases. You have to, it's like edge cases in your hardware, edge cases created by the choices that you made because you were ignorant of some bad combination of things, or some choice you made early on that put you on a weird path. That's very common. Yeah, yeah. And there are still things that will prevent me from completely switching over permanently. Um, like PUBG, for instance. I can't unless they get the anti-cheat stuff figured out. If they get the anti-cheat providers to support Linux, or if they get whoever needs to do something to make that happen. Oh yeah, just abandon the game you like for some other game. What are people playing? People were playing was it called Deadlock? I didn't end up touching it. The new Valve Overwatch. And then I think Marvel put out an Overwatch. And I think that's what people are playing now. They're playing Marvel Overwatch. I enjoy those games to a point, but you have to understand there's a reason why I play PUBG every Sunday, and specifically PUBG. And it's because I like it. It's because I have very particular tastes when it comes to gunplay video games, and PUBG is a unique flavor that you don't get from other gun games, basically. So there isn't really like, oh, just play a different gun game. You know what I'm saying? The particular way PUBG plays, the feel of the gunplay and the fights and so on is really attuned to the style that I like to enjoy. No, it's not full of bots. There was a period of time where things were bot heavy, but that was a number of years ago now. Yeah, so I just started the game up, and it seems to have, I don't know, like this is a double letterboxed video, but I think that this is the first time starting up Exodus, and I haven't configured anything. So yeah, like this doesn't look right. So let's configure it. Why don't we? So yeah, I have to have Windows so that I can play PUBG on Sundays, among other things. PUBG is a good game, despite people wanting it to be bad. And that's fine, you don't have to play it. Ultra, let me off for now. Oh, this is weird. It like auto scrolls. Whoa, I don't know about that one. No motion blur, thank you. Let's turn DLSS off for now. Vers. What is vers? We can have Hairworks. We can have advanced. I'll do that later. Tessellation on. Field of view. Nothing. Interesting. Shading rate. I know there are, in the Metro games, there are settings that can absolutely fuck you. There's some settings that you can set that will just, like, you won't know that you've done it, but you have fucked up. And bring your computer to its knees, and yeah. That's a lot better. That looks better. Now my understanding is this game has a benchmark, and I would like to run it. Thank you. Where is that? Okay, cool. You would think it would be in the options. This is Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition. It's a separate EXE. What? Well, that's annoying. It's in the game install folder. I'll just see how the game looks.
I still remember life before the war. I remember that we used to be different. Used to live up there, on the surface. We used to be the masters of the whole world. We built gigantic cities of glass and steel. We crossed the oceans at will. And we also conquered the skies.
There's also sometimes
7 billion of us.
games that come out on platforms where I'm probably just not going to be able to play it, right? On Linux. Like, there's Epic Game Store. And I think anything that's on Epic Game Store, you're just fucked, right? Yeah, but that's because this is a cinematic. It's just playing at 30. It's a video. It's not the game. I actually had installed Rocket League and fired that up, and I got a giant message in my face that said,
the 7 billion were wiped out.
Mac and Linux no longer supported.
Only
Fuck you.
50,000 managed to survive underground. With the surface poisoned, burned, and
You can still run the game, but you can like just all you can do is play with bots.
One day the radiation
all
on the
alone
surface
by
might
yourself.
subside, and our grandchildren or their grandchildren might be able to return there. At least that's what my brothers in arms from the Order believe. Basically, there was no hope for us right off the start. Still, we humans are just too bad at surrendering. We tried to make the best of what we had, band it together.
I'm amazed at how easy it all is to do this. I thought I was going to have to be spending a lot of time on the Proton DB, checking to see, oh, what do I have to do to make this one run, or this one? And then I expected to be changing the Proton version a lot, game by game. But all of the games that I currently have installed, I just installed them and then ran them, and they were fine. I played through the first Metro game on PC on stream, I think, quite a while back.
In the relative safety of the tunnels.
But the sequels I have not played. I have only opened them up to admire them and then closed them again.
Our numbers dwindling by the day.
Thinking, I'll get to this one day. Yes, I think so. I think the pre-Redux. Yeah, I'm just doing a test stream.
How's that looking?
But I remember we were born for a
everything
better
seems to be
life.
going good, apart
But I
from
can't accept
what I
that I'm
already said
destined
would
to
not
grow
go good,
old and
which is
die
that the capture
underground.
is 30 frames per
I
second
don't
instead of
care if
60.
I'm called an idiot.
That's
Maybe even a
really
single
the
shard
only
of the
issue.
old world
Not
still
dropping
exists
frames
out
or
there.
anything.
I have to find it.
Audio seems fine out of the box.
I want to kiss the top of your noggin. Thank you.
Between endless years of hopeless existence and even a single moment of hope, I must choose hope. I must find that signal.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2 is the only one where I had to change the Proton version, and I just set it to, as you say, Proton Experimental, and boom, it worked. Oh, and I didn't realize that that whole thing was just a video only. Good lord.
When it has been
I thought it was like
since
leading
anyone's
into
heard
something
anything
that we
but
were actually
static
going
and
to
white
play.
noise on the radio, who could still believe we are not alone on this earth?
Ooh. Running well. 160-ish frames. Not bad. I did install a frame rate overlay thing. I think, what was it called? Mango HUD, I think. But it has not worked for me. Not a once. I set the environment variable. I tried putting the launch option thing in. Yes, I am really looking forward to doing the Indiana Jones game. I really want to play that. Oh yeah, Alan Wake 2 is only on the Epic Game Store, right? So I don't think I can do Alan Wake 2 on Linux. I'll have to look it up to see if there's some way, but I doubt it. This sort of thing is unfortunately just going to keep me chained to Windows, basically. But I think I'm just never going to install Windows 11. I don't think I'm going to do it. You all right?
And he thought I was still really cranky.
Squeeze.
Well, I bent down
Yeah.
for an extended period of time to give shoe levels.
Ah.
I stood up and my body's like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah. Consequences occurred.
Oh.
God damn, this looks good. Oh, you know what? A game I want to check out would be Stalker 2. I've heard Stalker 2 is pretty good. Didn't the original Stalker people do Metro, I think? Oh, I did not have a lot of ammo, and now I have even less. I had 2 shots, basically. I just wasted one.
I'm gonna go have a smoothie so I don't feel like shit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start my projects.
Okay.
Oh. I don't know if FedEx is actually gonna come today or not.
Right. Well, I'm going to do this for a bit. I didn't intend to stream for very long, and then I was going to probably take a bath.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure we don't have to watch for the package that carefully.
Yeah.
Over 100 pounds. Nobody's gonna take that quickly.
This looks damn good and smooth. Although my frame rate has now gone into the toilet. Well, not the toilet. I mean, it's still above 60.
Yeah.
But it's not above 120. Of course, for games that look like this, that's kind of acceptable.
If I asked you to put together my huge pain in the ass fireplace when it comes, would that be a problem?
No. It's fine.
I heard it's... Some of the comments said it's a little bit of a bitch to put together. Other comments were like, those people are pussies.
Okay.
But we both know how I am with put together furniture. I usually make at least one mistake, and I don't want to chance it.
Okie doke.
Oh, okay. I think the bubbling stopped. I'm gonna go have a smoothie.
Okay.
Did you have cereal?
Yeah, but I'd love a smoothie. Or not. That's fine. I'll have something else. Don't do it. Forget I said that. Go away now. Go. Bye. 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 Go make your smoothie for you.
No, it's not that. It's just the other 3 cups are over here, and
Need clean.
I kind of wanted to throw them through the dishwasher for that extra level.
Okay. That's fine.
Unnasty.
Sounds good.
I mean, not really for you.
It's
pretty sure.
fine. Go. It's fine. I get it. The spider is on me. But yeah, this looks great. Seems like I'd probably have to tweak the graphical settings down significantly to get better performance than this, but it's not bad. But yeah, that's a possible alternative would be to find, like, if they're multi-platform in some other way, just don't play them on PC then, right? Did Alan Wake 2 come out on anything else? Or is it only on Epic Games Store? Oh, I should have installed Control. That would have been a nice one to look at as well. That's fun. It's a good thing I only needed 1 shot. If I had shot both of my shots, would I be dead now? PS5, eh? Oh wow, it's a 1 shot. Nice. I could probably pick it up on PS5 then. That'd probably be a fine experience. Alright. Well, this does look great. I think we get the picture. Oh yeah, let's look at Doom. Nice. So yeah, hopefully I can sort of thread the needle by finding other ways to play things that are on the Epic Games Store. Yeah. So there's not really much point, like I'm not testing consoles or anything like that right now because the capture card problem is just going to be the same across the board. It's the 1 point of failure. Yes. I had to do Silent Hill 2. It's not officially supported. It's when I first opened up Steam and I went to it, it showed me the Windows logo and said available on Windows. And I was like, wait, that's not right. What's going on here? So yeah, I have that enabled. The Live Gamer 4K 2.1 model GC575. Yeah, they really do put a lot of pop-ups in Doom
Against
Eternal.
all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
Is this God? I never thought about that, but I guess that's just God talking to me. Yeah, Doom Eternal is the most pop-ups you can have in a game without them being monetized.
Fall back! No! They're everywhere!
Transmitting from HB1556.
Casualties range in the billions.
This is looking pretty fucking great. Can't complain. Can't complain.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Put on your little Doom hat.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
This is still great. Hey Lindley, thank you for those biddies. Oof. Feels nice and smooth.
I have located the priest signal. I will mark it on your HUD.
It's so wild how tutorial-y this game is. You didn't have to do one, but thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean, for what you're about to do for me, a smoothie is a small price to pay.
No, thank you. We did it. Oh my god. I suppose if you've played this before, there must be an option to turn off the tutorials, right? Feels good. Feels great. Mm-hmm. Did that zombie hover over to me? What was going on there? That was weird. Feels good, feels great. Very pleased with this. I guess I don't know what I expected. It just runs as it should run, and that's good. Yeah, I bet on Linux there's also probably a lot of stuff you can do to like tweak performance more so than on Windows.
Has been terminated. The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%. There are 2 Hell Priests remaining.
Yep. It looks really, really good. Really? Yeah. Do you set up a script to do that? Like when you start a game, it just handles that? good. So really what you're saying is I should set games to full screen. Oh, I did experience some issues with I had scaling on. So I'm on Xorg, not Wayland. And I had scaling on. And Steam does not understand what's up. It was thinking that I had a resolution of like 2 times 4K. It couldn't, because, and that was putting it like out of signal. So it would think that I didn't have a high refresh rate, and it was just like a shit show. Okay, we are already full screen here. So I had to disable scaling, which is a little bit annoying. I did find that there are ways to address that. You have to do some sort of like meta mode stuff, and that's another thing where you have to have like a script that fires when you start a game. Keep in mind, by the way, here that I do not have the cloud saves on, so this is just the old saves on Linux. Yeah, it definitely didn't seem to do scaling very well. So this is definitely running worse than on Windows. But I haven't optimized it. Oh, and one thing I'm not sure of, I think if I change settings on Linux, that's going to affect Windows as well, no? Yeah, these saves are just local. Vengeance again. How's audio sync, by the way? Any issues there? It definitely seems like they need some tweaking because this is obviously less performant. It's not awful. It's totally playable, and it looks very nice. Although there's something... I think there's something going on with James's hair. There seems to be more strands of hair or something. I don't know why Linux would give him more hair, but here we are. Yeah, I mean, it feels nice enough. Obviously, I'd always prefer to be hitting that refresh rate, but since we've decided to stop bothering to make GPUs that have any power, and just make the frames up as we go, I don't know. That might be the only way, though, to really hit high refresh rate 4K, you know? Just raw brute force GPU power is seemingly not going to get there. So I love the fact, though, that I can just fucking play this on Linux, and it was very little effort to make it happen. I mean, apart from the one big giant effort thing, but that wasn't specifically to make this game work. The game worked before that. And my issues are very specific to me. But all in all, not hard to get to this point. Very easily. Relatively quickly. Yeah. I feel like I'm not in the camp of feeling like the fake frames are that big of a deal. I am in the camp of the increased price being that big of a deal. I don't think that the pricing makes sense. I think the pricing is shit. They lowered the lower end, and I guess... Well, did they... The mid ones, I feel like... did go up? I'm not sure now. I think the 5080 might actually be cheaper than the 4080 as well. Of course, the 40 series prices were also not good, so if they're a little bit cheaper than the 40 series prices, that's not really that much of an improvement. You expected the 5090 to be at least 3K? You're not saying you think that's a fair price for it, though, right? Like, that's a stupid price for that. I hope we agree. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, so this needs some settings tweaks. I'm afraid to touch them, though, because I don't want to affect tonight. So we're going to leave it alone for now. We'll just probably see Silent Hill 2 through to the end on Windows. For now. I still got stuff to figure out here, so I'm not ready to totally jump in. Do you want to see the thing that yells at you for being not on Windows? It's huge. I thought I was in trouble when it first popped up. For like a couple of seconds, I thought it was the police. Okay, I don't know why this is in a weird little window. Oh, they must only show it to you the one time? Or is it after I hit start? Oh, there it is. Mac and Linux are no longer supported platforms. What a load of shit. Is that because of anti-cheat, I wonder? Probably not. McClinics. Oh, how did I miss that? Rocket League running fine, of course. This is not a diff. I stole that. Not a difficult game to run, I don't think. We're maxed out. We're maxed out at what the settings will let you have. This is through Proton, to the best of my knowledge. Whoa! What the fuck? That was really something. Yeah, I think they stopped supporting it on Linux. They stopped supporting their own services they were providing. Not that they were not They never had like a Linux version. I don't think. Maybe they did. I really don't remember. But the notice is really saying you will not be able to play with friends. You will not be able to play online. You will not be able to get items or trade items or buy items. You are just here to play with bots, blue cars and orange cars. The end. Sorry for buying our game. Unless you're willing to play on Windows. And only Windows. So that's Rocket League. Runs as expected, I guess. But yeah, here. So play local. Okay. Garage. I don't know. Who knows what you have in there? Training, career. None of that will do anything anymore. Extras. No online matchmaking or anything like that. Nice, Moab. Yeah, well, I think it's only fair. Because they basically made it not a game on those other platforms anymore. So. Let's look at Counter-Strike 2. So yeah, I got to spend some time digging into the capture card problem. Because it's so close. There's also some other gaps, but I think everything else is going to be simpler. This is indeed the Linux gamer.
Let's make this Reyes rain.
Hello? Hello? I can't walk? What? Wait. So keyboard, like, I couldn't walk, but I could jump. Now I can't jump? I can't shoot. Hello? Whoa. And we're back, folks. What? Nope, we're not back. We are back. We're back? Did I get stuck in something right here? What happened? What the? I can't straight to the right. I'm having some kind of weird issue. I can't jump. I can't walk. What is happening? What the fuck? That's so weird. I can't move. Or shoot. I have no... Okay, now I can move. What? Why are my inputs going in and out? What am I doing that it's causing that? Oh my god, hi everybody. Oh, you lucky headshot. I was gonna pick them off one by one with my pistol. That was so weird. I hope that's something I can fix. So, yeah, just because... I mean, fundamentally, whoa, my god, my whole team... They just erased my whole team. I have issues with Windows, and I have had issues with Windows. And I mean that from like a principles kind of perspective. I don't like the LLM stuff, and I say LLM because I don't like calling it AI, because it's not AI. It's a bunch of bullshit. And Windows is really... Microsoft is really hitching their wagon to that stuff hard. With the whole Copilot stuff. And all that. I can't move. I can move. What is happening with that? I don't like that. Apart from these weird input issues I'm having, I can't move. I can't move. It's running really great. Feels super smooth. As far as the GPUs go, I don't think I really have a choice on that front. But no, I'm not going to upgrade. I have a 40 series card, so a 50 series card is really not going to be worth it, I don't think. I was able to move forward a teensy bit. What is this? What is up with this input shit? No, I'm planning to, like, art software stuff, I'm planning to also ditch. Ditch Adobe. So I'm going to start learning stuff like DaVinci Resolve and GIMP and so on. I can't shoot. I can shoot. I don't... What is... I'm gonna have to look that up. I gotta find out what's going on with that. I can't move! He's right there, I can kill him. If I let go of W, I will not be able to move anymore. Oh, I can't shoot. I tested this earlier and this was not happening. I do have a controller plugged in, but it's away from, like, I've unplugged it. No, I've unplugged the controller and, well, no, I can't move at this particular moment. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I can't move again. So it's not the controller. I just don't understand. Oh my god! They slaughtered him. No, I don't have another window open, other than the Steam library. Oh, I think I know what's happening. I have not locked my mouse to this computer. I think it was invisibly going over to the other computer. I think that's what was happening.
Report in.
Yeah.
All clear.
Feeling fine now.
Bomb has been planted. Roger, need to defuse that bomb. Roger that.
What? Yeah, I'm running, whatever it's called. I forget. Synergy. I have been for forever. That's how I use my two PCs, my gaming PC, my stream PC.
We are out of here. I'm waiting here.
What's barrier?
Bomb carrier downrange.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're gonna wish they were never born.
Hello? There we go. Hey fellas, you see those bomb guys anywhere? You see those bomb guys? How did we all miss the bomb guys? You guys went that way, I went the other way.
Bomb has been planted. That bomb's still working, boys.
Oh god. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I have to say, this feels really good. Feels fine. Nice and smooth. I don't really know what frame rate I should be expecting for Counter-Strike 2, because I don't really play it very much. But around 200 seems pretty good. Seems fine. I think people are kind of crazy about getting Counter-Strike to much higher frame rates. Like, it's one of those games where the higher frame rate, the better, I suppose. Just because... you get information about what's happening sooner.
That makes two left. One guy left. Bomb has been planted. Affirmative.
Wow. What a Chad.
Right, lads, they're all dead. But keep still, I've got your back. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Ah, we're getting stuck right into them.
Apparently, Synergy is now... So I'm testing out Synergy 3, and it seems good on X11. It seems to have some issues on Wayland. But yeah, it's fine. I'm feeling good with it. But apparently, it's downstream from something open source now, and I forget what that was called. I think it started with a D. The name? Desk Flow. Yeah, Desk Flow. Oh, and Barrier is a fork of Desk Flow. Oh, okay. Barrier's good. Cool, cool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I have like a lot of issues or something, I'll look into switching to one of those. But I have a pretty long amount of license left because I was part of... I was there when Simless fucked up real bad. So I still have something like 1,400 days on my elastic license. I think basically they did a Synergy 2. It was bad, and I think they also made some really poor choices around that time that extra pissed people off. Like, just a thing being in beta and not being great is not that big of a deal, but I think they had also got rid of access to like Synergy 1 or something like that. Or they had done something else weird, like... Was it that I think they sold people Synergy 2. They just had like a really shitty beta of it for a while. My memory is hazy here. But I think then they pulled it. That might be what happened. They might have pulled Synergy 2 and then just announced Synergy 3 suddenly. And people people who paid for licenses for Synergy 2 were like, what the fuck? I think it was something along these lines. It sounds like a thing that would happen. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially, it's free to me now, so I'm using it because I'm used to it and have used it for a long time, and whatever. That makes one left. Yeah. Oh, there he is. Got him.
Counter-terrorists win. There you go. We give them a spanking.
But yeah, all in all, everything runs real good. I'm sure there's plenty more that I could do to improve things further, which is what I'll be doing. But my next main objective is to attack the capture card problem, because I will not be streaming if it's clamping it down to 30 FPS. You don't have high hopes? Well, so what might be useful information as well is that it, let's see. So there's, when you go to add a capture device in OBS, there are two options here on Linux. There's video capture device, parentheses, pipe wire, parentheses, beta. And then there's video capture device, parentheses, V4L2. Now, apparently, the GC575 is a V4L2 device. But we could try actually to play around with this right now. Let me see if I can add it as a pipe wire device instead and see if that does anything different. It does appear. I mean, it shows up in the list. It's not showing me any video, but let's... Oh. Okay, so I'm getting errors in the log while trying to set it. Pipe wire error, ID broken pipe, error set output format, -16, device or resource busy. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably because I have this other capture. Even though I disabled it, it still exists. So yeah, there are some quality of life features also missing, I've noticed. Like, I can't refresh the device like I can on the Windows version. Probably to do with different drivers or something. But anyway, I've killed it now. Let's see. So what's weird here is this does not give me, it doesn't even give me a 4K resolution as an option. I have YUYV422, so 422, not 420, or NV12. Those are my possible choices. If I choose NV12, it doesn't give me any resolutions to choose from. It gives me frame rates, but that's it. And interestingly, in this one, the device name, so in the PipeWire video capture device widget, or I don't even know what you call these, source, I guess. It says Live Gamer 4K 2.1 parentheses V4L2, which it didn't say in the other one. But yeah, I can't even select the proper resolution, and it just throws errors. So I don't think that this helps me. That one doesn't do nothing. So back to V4L2. But I was thinking, like, my game plan for attacking this is to basically make a post on the OBS forums or something, try to or bother people in the OBS Discord and see if I can get some sort of movement on it. There we go. I got it back. Oh. Here we go. I got it back. Screen cap the stream machine. Oh, like, wait, you wanted to see that stuff? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, to be clear, I removed the original capture I had set up. Well, I don't know how old your message is. I don't have timestamps. Okay. Sure. Hold on a moment. Here, let me just, I'm gonna delete this again. I have an audio one set up for it too, and I'm gonna delete it as well. Okay, and then now I'm gonna try to add screen capture. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay. This isn't exactly what I wanted. How can I... Okay. I wanted to do an area. Can I do an area? Did I miss that? No. There are no options for this. I can do like an application window. All right. Well, you can sort of see, right? So I'll do this. And hopefully you can see this. So there's a Live Gamer 4K 2.1, V4L2. And these are my two options, YUI V422 or NV12. Yeah, I can just cut it, but anyway, moving on. You can see, so who cares? And the best I can set it to is 2560 by 1440 and 50 FPS for some reason. And it's not working anyway. It doesn't work at all, regardless of what I set. This just doesn't work. It gives weird errors and doesn't work. So I'm going to delete that. What about 1080? Let's see. Oops. 20 by 1080. 60 frames per second. Stream state, streaming error, none. Error. Look at that. Throw that error. Let me squash this down a little. NV12 gives me nothing. No more input formats. I don't know why it's saying that. What if you add it anyway, even without a preview? Nothing, basically. Just nothing. So I'll ditch that. And then in the way I was capturing it was one of these. This lets me, oh, I think it's off screen. Nope. There we go. 420, 3840, 2160. I just leave unchanged. And there we go. Yeah, I get different options. So there's the device, there's the camera. Neither of these matter. Device and input. There's only the one choice. And then for video formats, I get YUIV 422, YUV 420, 24-bit BGR. Who did this? Why is there a slash here? Why is this BGR? Why are there two of these? Well, yes, if I do 1080, it will give me other options. That I have to fight with it. And there you go. No, it doesn't. And maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Then it doesn't have audio, so I have to do this biz. Yeah. I guess it should. Maybe, maybe I've just been thinking about it wrong, because on Windows, the way I did it was that I capture the 4K and then scale that down to the canvas. And I think on Windows, I can't capture it at 1080 because that will cause a clamp. In this case, it's not causing a clamp, so maybe this is fine. Let's see how it looks. Uh, 1080, so 1080p 60 FPS MOAP is a very different thing. It looks like 60. Oh, okay. Got you, Mo. Yeah, you know, if I think you've cracked it, actually. I just didn't... I didn't think that that would be good. Does it look good? This is not how it works on Windows. This is like the inverse of how it works on Windows. So I didn't even really think to try this. You've been unbanned? Welcome... Welcome back. Another problem is that I use DeckLink for camera capture, and apparently that's just all screwed up right now on Linux. Another problem to solve, but I think maybe we have our capture problem solved as well now, so that's all really that was blocking me from just gaming and streaming entirely on Linux. Yeah, you guys would have to tell me if you see tearing, because I don't think I'm really going to see that on my end. Oh! Not entirely, no. You can use a command prompt, but it also has desktop management, window managers, stuff like that. So, like in my case, here's my desktop. Here's my game, but I can bring up a term, and I could do whatever. Terminal size too small. Oh, yeah, I'm playing. I'm typing in every frame. I'm manually rendering the game by hand. Yeah, way more freedoms freedom than Windows. You can completely customize your operating system however you need, however you want. And I have been really getting fed up with Microsoft and Windows of late. So I'm perfectly happy to get free of them, but it also feels like it's just a mixture of stuff. It's not any one reason. I didn't have any sort of blocking functionality problem that made me need to get off of Windows. And in terms of having issues with Microsoft and Windows, that's not particularly new for me either. But I also have had issues with Linux in the past, or blocking things about Linux to where I couldn't really fully commit to switching. And it's just that with the work that Valve's done with Steam on Linux and a lot of other open source softwares that take care of other needs that I have and stuff like that, it just feels like this is the moment. Oddly enough, as much as I've made fun of the whole year of the Linux desktop thing, that's kind of what is happening for me. Like, the most concise reason I can give is that I'm having my year of the Linux desktop moment. It's just a bunch of different convergent factors, you know? Does that make sense? I am running Ubuntu 24.10 on both machines for the moment. I didn't want to go... Like, I don't have all day to sit around and fully customize my operating system, so I wanted to go with something that's just going to be a good baseline to start me off. This is not a good gun for this fight. So I went with Ubuntu, because I'm already familiar with it. I usually reach for it when I do servers, so I'm familiar with how Ubuntu is set up, blah, blah, blah. And it got me going quickly, right? Apart from one big, huge issue that I had. But I would have had that issue on any distro. It was not an Ubuntu problem. Okay, well, I tried. Yeah, anti-cheat is a problem. And as I've been talking about this, but for anybody who just wasn't here for these explanations, like, one of the reasons that I'll have to be able to go back to Windows is for when I want to play PUBG. I am just not going to be able to play PUBG on Linux because the anti-cheat has not been, well, it doesn't have Linux support. The game itself would certainly run. Obviously, Valve has done it because Counter-Strike 2 is here, runs fine, and I could play online if I wanted to. I don't know if it's limited somehow in a way that it's just not visible to me. Whoa, really, Shmup? Holy shit, I was talking about this earlier. I was saying that one of the other things about keeping Windows on my dual boot is that I would, like, if I want to play anything that's on Epic, I would have to switch back to Windows to do so. Heroic Launcher. Really? And Galaxy O Games? Nice. Well, shit. So it's just called Heroic Launcher. Oh, wow. So this takes care of all the other fuckers. Nice. Looks nice, too. Oh, wow. Huh. Ah. I wonder how this... Huh. It's a fucking Electron app? Goddamn. The only language anybody knows how to write anymore is JavaScript. But at least it looks nice. Wine manager. See, this is what I was wondering about. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, now we're talking. Huh. Flat pack. Is it on any repos? Just guessing. Worth looking. Oh. Oh, it's on this? I have had a weird little issue where my app store dies, and then it says it's unable to create a GL context. I have to come down here and quit it, and I don't know how to fix that. Well, I mean, it looked like they provided debs and app images and stuff. Yeah, like I could grab the deb and install it that way if I wanted to. The App Store stuff has also been kind of fine, and if I have any problem with it, then I can just remove it and install it a different way. So I am taking a laid back approach to everything with no, it doesn't come with flat hub or flat pack stuff. What is, I think there's a, how would I quickly check? I'm not that familiar with flat hub stuff. Just flat pack. Yeah. No, they do snap. I'm sure it is. I'm still working on all kinds of stuff with the setup of my system. Mainly right now, I had those big issues I was trying to solve, which thank you, IFA, for essentially getting me over the finish line there. I am still worried about needing to get Wayland to work as well, because eventually I think Xorg is being phased out. So if I switch over to Wayland, I'm going to have the same problem again of being clamped down to 30 hertz, and it doesn't seem like it's fixable on Wayland other than like the EDID stuff that we've been talking about, IFA. So I think I still am going to want to try to get that solved in parallel. In X11, it came down to one thing. Right here. NVIDIA -xconfig --force YUV -420. So that set the color space correctly. for the screen, which was the GC575, and that made it match the EDID, and boom, here we are, easy. It only took a whole shitload of like learning a bunch of stuff about a whole bunch of different things and staring at EDIDs for a long time before finally being able to follow the breadcrumb trail back to a single command that fixes the whole fucking problem. You know, classic stuff, classic. Yeah, HDMI spec sucks ass. I mean, that was my suspicion from the very beginning. When I was having problems, I was like, I'll bet this is because of HDMI. And I was not wrong about that. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh yeah, I haven't logged in a terminal elsewhere. It's fine. Yeah, when I was talking about Ubuntu originally, when I was considering dual booting, people leaned out of windows and doors and jumped out of airplanes screaming that they hate Snap. So it's I would say that if you're not familiar with it, there's a little bit of a learning curve. But it's there's a lot of options available, right? So like in the case of Ubuntu here, you don't really have to do anything in the terminal at all. You can just install it. In fact, you can burn an image of it onto a USB drive and then just test it out. Completely safe. You just boot from that USB drive. But outside of that, whoops, you just use it like you would Windows or Mac or whatever. You know, it's got a windowing thing, you know. So like I've kind of got mine set up Mac-like at the moment. I've got a dock at the bottom. I've got my home folder up here, and you know, you've got folders and documents and blah blah, and you can just use it like you would any other operating system. It has an app center. This still isn't working. Oh, okay. Well, I have done things that have caused this to happen. This is not an advertisement for it should work out of the box, but it also depends on your hardware and yada 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 yada. Yeah, you can just straight boot from a USB and then just take it for a spin and see, you know, how you feel about it. I wanted to show the App Center because it would have, you know, given you some idea of what it looks like to just browse around and install things. And then you can get into learning the terminal if you want to. A lot of that is really just wrapping your head around what different applications do what's useful to do in the terminal. I use the terminal for a lot of editing. I like NeoVim. I don't have my NeoVim all set up right now, but it's my terminal editor of choice. You can also get different terminal emulators. You can get different shells. I don't know if that's totally true, but it is very powerful. The terminal fish is insanely user friendly and gives live autocomplete for everything. You can update your operating system from the terminal. if you can spell. No updates. Yeah, I'm working on getting my my ZSH set up. I've only just basically I have baseline my ZSH installed, and I have not got any of my other typical customizations. I need to do a dot files thing and have my whole thing in like GitHub or something. That's what I need to do. And that's sort of slowed me down because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna set it all up again, I want to do it in a way that where I can like port it around, blah blah blah. So I don't have that stuff going yet. I'm getting there, bit by bit, by bit by bit by bit. Yeah, I haven't seen like a non-annoying version of it. I found dot files, which was like a repository of stuff around doing that. I don't know if I have a thing up for the dot files. Dot files with the S, please. I don't think this is. No. Yes? No. This isn't the same thing, is it? No, I don't know what this is. This is not it. But it was like a project that consolidated everything together. Well, yeah, I mean, you can do that, but I feel like you don't necessarily want to put everything in. It would be nice to have like some brainstormed quality of life stuff around it. That's all. If you don't have to have it, but you know what I'm saying? Juliet, thank you for 3 months. Very much appreciated. Where did I did it here. Is that latest release? Hot fix. All right, where's the dang old Deb? Hello, Shaw. There we go. Gimme. Pseudo. Hello. Oh. Hmm? And then amazing. Your library is empty. Well, I'm not going to negotiate all the logging in right this second. Or, well, maybe I could. I'll just... Don't look at me. Wow, this is cool. Epic Games login, Epic alternative login method, GOG login, Amazon login. Crazy. So let's log in, shall we? It does feel great to really have everything tailored exactly to yourself. I love having my password manager, and it's all connected together and it all syncs up together, and I can just pull in whatever information I need really easily. I can set up all these cool launchers. I will say that There is a funny thing about customization though that happens, and I think it's why I've always been it's like one of, I guess I would say, of a number of reasons that I've always been a little bit leery going fully Linux, is that it can become a thing where it becomes like this house of cards. And also like a kind of house of cards, but also kind of like extremely time consuming or high lift to maintain the house of cards that you've built is a thing. Error code. What? Huh? Okay. That didn't work. Oh. Apparently I need to accept a EULA that was not part of the process. It's like trying to redirect me. Okay, let's try the alternative login method. Ah. Well, it's just the reason I have that strong feeling about it is because I used to do a lot of heavy customization stuff back in the day. Like I used to totally fuck up my Windows machines. And so I learned that there can be downsides to trying to maintain this completely custom world, or also even the uh like never really being able to completely, like you go down a particular customization path and then you find you'll run into something that you can't control. You can't change it the way you need to really complete it, and it's like becomes the holy grail, and you start to feel like you're going to lose your mind. Okay, so I'm getting the same thing whenever or wherever I try to log into Epic Games. It dumps me to a JSON error response saying corrective action is required to continue, EULA acceptance. So it wasn't the heroic launcher, it's just my Epic Games account. I guess I haven't logged into it in a million years. But Epic, how can I accept your EULA if I can't get in? What am I supposed to do? It's crazy how some like big company software like this can have holes in it like this, where you are just you get put into like a labyrinth that you can't navigate as a user. That was happening on the website. It just happened on the website. I just did it on the web. All right. I did get an email from them in December. We are updating our Epic Store end user license agreement. Starting mid-January. Well, I mean, it's not even mid-January yet. We'll ask you to review and accept. Maybe I've stumbled into them trying to deploy that and they have fucked it. Oh, okay. Well, if I click on the link from the email, it takes me directly to a page where I can accept or decline. I'm going to accept it without reading it as per usual. I'm sure it says a bunch of stupid shit that I would hate, but this is the price we pay for existing. Okay, and I'm logged in somehow. So I guess I'm good now. Let's go back to the launcher. Okay, I am logged into Epic Games now. Sick. Nice. We'll just close these and then let you see. And also go to a different, there we go. So yeah, boom, boom, bang, 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 boom. Here's all of my Epic things. I don't chase the free games, so I don't have a crazy library of free games from Epic. Because on the whole, I don't really even want to support their store or their practices. But it is here. I actually haven't even purchased Alan Wake 2 yet. So hypothetically, these should be workable here too, right? Sounded that way. Oh, Death Stranding being free? I mean, that is pretty fucking crazy, actually. That one's pretty crazy. Which one of these would be like a good test to see? Samurai Showdown Neo Geo Collection. Pathway. Wait, do I have control on here or on... I guess I have it on Steam, right? Hey, Babine.
Hey, if you're gonna back, you should probably get to that.
Oh my god, yeah. I always like lose time when I'm streaming. Yeah, I'll wrap things up here then. What was I looking for?
Also,
Oh,
it hasn't
control.
come yet, so I don't think it's gonna come tonight.
Oh, I have control.
Oh.
Okay. That gives you more time. I should really install it, but I'm gonna hold off for the moment. Can I make this larger? No. Probably has some settings somewhere. Accessibility. Oh, I can zoom it up. What if I just... Let's just see what the process is like here. Yeah. I mean, this is probably trying to hit a really easy target. Oh, oh, wow. Nice. Is there... I really do need settings because I need to set like default. Yeah, I need to set different library. Oops, something went wrong. Yeah. New folder. Heroic. Thank you for telling me about this, by the way. This rocks. I didn't think this was possible. I'm good with this for now. Heroic library, set folder for new wine prefixes. Should I change that or not? Axel, thank you for 98 months. Appreciate it. theme default path. I think I will move this because I don't have a ton of space in my main partition. Let's do a folder, prefix, whoop. Prefixes. Okay. Downloads. Okay. So let's try downloading Celeste then. Yep. I don't know to do anything different. Use this option if you know what you're doing. Sharing the same prefix for multiple games create problems there. Okay, all right. Don't hurt me. Nice. Love it. Look at it go. It's so fast. Play now, just like that. It's being updated. It's updating my wine prefixes. Love that. And oh, it's still doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Um, well, this is my first time doing this. So I don't know what's normal. I also can't really cancel it or get involved in any way. Installed, launching. Maybe I should kill the launcher and just try again. What's under Wine Manager on the left? People can't help themselves with the snark. This one does useless logs. This one does useful logs. Oh, yeah? Well, this one is just sitting here doing nothing right now, Mr. Snarky Description Writer. I don't even know what process it is. Wine server? I murdered it. It's gone. There's also wine boot. Oh. Probably should have done that. Well, I'm not running it myself. Hmm. It seems like this is. Oh, it's not responding, huh? Hmm. One more go. Oh, I think it instantly crashed that time.
The 80s. You can't really see it because it's so fucking dark in here.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
me.
I think I remember we found this before.
Yeah, but I just found it again.
Yeah.
God, I was fucking cute.
Yep. You're cute now. Yeah, I've made it unhappy. Well, this is something to play with another time. You guys found a way to get me pulled into some other thing. Oh, well. It's cool that the option is even there. So it's just another thing to go on the list to figure out. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here for now. I'll be back later to do more Silent Hill 2. I am just gonna continue it from Windows because I think I've still got some more things to iron out here and set up and yada yada. But shout out to Ifa here for helpfully pointing out that I could just set the settings differently. That was all I needed. And then it worked. So Very helpful. Thanks for watching and helping me test this out. I will see y'all later on. Have a good one.